Yeah, I don't know why we haven't tried non-participation more, because it would be so effective. Like, I wonder, what would happen sometime if during like the summer months when people are able to either walk it or ride bike or whatever, like for 2 weeks we just decide collectively, we're not going to buy fuel. We're just not going to do that. And we'll see. We'll see how much that...
If you get a large enough population too, I mean, you'll hit the price and hit them in the wallet, and that's the only thing that matters to any of these people.
And I think that the scale is about to tip on the people who are willing to participate in something like that, who are willing to actively, at least for a short amount of time, boycott something just to prove a point, because if you wanted to look at that on a more grand scale, there's roughly 150 million taxpayers in this country. What if one year we just decided not to pay taxes? Yeah. Oh, you want to get us into another war? Your war's not funded. That would be interesting.
Or if, a couple of these anti-Trump corporation owners, like the guy that owns Starbucks, all of a sudden turn around and start paying people in cash. So then they're immediately out of that revenue stream. They've got how many Starbucks employees? Mm-hmm. You get a couple more,
yeah.
Serious part of this business.
Ooh, I like that idea. Hey, corporations.
Because then they can't collect their tax dollars now and in the future.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I like that a lot.
You gotta have the capital for it too.
Yeah. The whole issue with it though is, like I said, I think that we're going to tip that scale pretty soon, but it's getting those people all like-minded enough to be willing to participate at the same time. That's where, because that's where you're really going to see results. And it's interesting to think about all the different ways that you would gather that many people onto the same agenda. I think that Hollywood does it. I mean, not to push non-participation, but Hollywood does it to reinforce marketing for different companies. They'll have a movie that pushes a mindset that is beneficial to one industry or another. Like when we want to go to war, Hollywood comes out with all of these movies glorifying war, and all of a sudden, yes. And they have the military make appearances at football games and all of that, and they get everybody rah-rah so that they can have support for their war. So, if we look at it that way, those people are the masters of gathering the participation. I think that it would take a lot of people with a lot of creative juices flowing to get people on a mutual agenda that would benefit us in the way I'm thinking. And that's why I really am an advocate for people getting to know themselves better. In the first talk, we talked about what is the value of human life. And my point was that people are so valuable that we don't understand exactly what we're worth. We are so valuable that I put it in reference to the $15 an hour minimum or living wage that's being pushed right now. Because if you break that down over the course of 40 years, which is the average career of a person, $15 an hour is $1.2 million. So $1.2 million for 40 years of blood, sweat, and tears is not a whole lot of money. And I wouldn't say that that's a living wage, but B, paying somebody what they're worth. I think that people are worth so much more than that. So that's I feel like where my mission lies is convincing people what they're worth. And the only way to really do that is to get them back in touch with themselves. Like I said, get to know your imagination a little bit more, because I think that we're all a lot more intelligent and a lot more creative than we give ourselves credit for. And until we can start doing that, I think that it's going to be hard to see the innovation that it's going to take for the type of evolution that we potentially are looking in the face right now. Yeah.